going to just touch on really quickly what is, hey Tina, oh my gosh, what am I sitting on? Headphones. Hey, hey, hey. So just really quickly, okay, asteroid. The asteroid Lucifer. So where's my little notes? So Lucifer. So the energy thereof, Lucifer is an asteroid. Its number is 1930. So in astro.com, that's where I go to put this in. I don't know of any other sites that do. I just stick with astro.com. So the energy of this particular asteroid, and we're going to go into the actual definition of evil because of all the reasons why, so we can have some clarity. I like to go to the etymology of the words, period. So Lucifer's intent is to separate. So, and not unify, all right? So let me pull up, because I think it's best to have a full definition, okay? So we know what we're looking for. And my computer's been tripping, y'all, so bear with me. Okay, here we go. It's right here. So when we speak of evil, right, because some people might be thinking, oh, demonic or something like that, let's get a clear definition. So according to the etymology of the word, hey Farrell, hey Bianca, evil is bad. It's let's see, disparagement, dislike, cruel, unskillful, defective, harm, crime, misfortune, dis-ease, moral badness, okay? Now this is according to etymology.com, okay? Ugly, you know, how they say God don't like ugly, right? Extreme moral wickedness. So you guys have the idea, right? So think of those things: disparagement, defective, misfortune, harm, disease. Now okay. Wherever Lucifer falls in the chart, right? And you can run this in different types of charts, but again, it's astro.com. We can see where this energy may be felt, this wicked energy or evil energy may be felt, or where it may manifest. Okay, so it can cause us to remain separate from source. You ever notice if, for example, kind of like the further out on the limb an individual goes, you know, like the song "Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls." If the further the person goes out on the ledge, the more detached they become from source. Whatever source is to you, right? Which would be the Most High God, Jehovah, or just source, okay? So the key is to keep us separated. Now, not just from source, it could be a source of love, a source of honor, and within our relationships. And then it can be us. It can show us where we are not being responsible for our own actions, okay? So, I have my little notes here. So, how it can also manifest is where we are emotionally weak, okay? Or where we can be easily manipulated, okay? It can, like how a narcissist can utilize, how they can play on one's emotions, right? But it doesn't have to be a narcissist. This is just in an area in which we can become entrapped. Our weakness could simply be, depending where this is in the chart, the weakness could simply be that you need to have something immediately, right? And because the person is not giving it to you, then your perception becomes distorted. You begin to worry. You think the worst about a situation. So this is where we can see where Lucifer is in the chart and be more mindful of that energy. It can make us think that we need things that we don't necessarily need. It can sort of put our desires in conflict. It can be the self, or it can come from outside sources. Okay, and we have to be mindful of being in denial about these things. So, an example would be like, staying in the problem versus the solution, right? I know when Mariah Carey had her little show, she would say she's living, and she's an Aries. She's an Aries sun. I think she's a Scorpio moon, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong though, and I believe she's a Taurus rising, if her birth time is correct. But she had said, because her birthday's March 27th, she said that she's going to live in the solution, okay? And I think that's pretty powerful. And for a while, that was my affirmation, living in the solution. So again, the desires to attach ourselves to people or situations, not necessarily out of need or true desire or really wanting it, but feeling like we want to possess it. All right? And it can make it can, depending on where it falls, it can also make one feel powerless, or the perception of being powerless. All right, so I mean, it's pretty, and it can also correlate with or play a part in our habits, our habitual behavior, right? So that's pretty much it. It's very simple. I think I was looking at, what's her name's chart? Curry. Mrs. Curry. What's her name? Aisha Curry. And she has it in the 11th house, right? The networks, right? And we can see where that plays a part really in, because I mean, even though it has to do with goals and that sort of thing, the 11th house, friends, large groups, that sort of thing. Some even correlate it with technology, right? Or the internet, right? Because that's a larger network, and we can see kind of how that could seep in, right? But I mean, you could just apply it to wherever you see it in the chart. You can also run this in a composite, the Davidson relationship chart. You can put it really in anything. So again, that's astro.com, and that is the asteroid Lucifer. That's it. I never even heard of, except let's see. On this camera, let me shut this one off.